India is now the NAFDL capital of the world. Let that sink in for a second. The global average of NAFDL disease is 25%. In India, what is it? We're looking at 38%. That's a huge jump, right? Now, the problem is that this disease is actually silent, which means there aren't too many symptoms. But let me tell you what I notice amongst my clients, right? And we detect this slightly earlier. Pot belly, dark velvety patches on the neck, fatty neck, which means slightly more fat on the neck, and people who also, along with all of this, deal with symptoms like brain fog, fatigue. These are the kind of people who need to get tested for fatty liver. Now, very simple, right? There are some tests that you can run. Number one is ALT, AST, albumin. These are liver enzymes, and if they are higher, it's going to indicate inflammation. Next up is HbA1c and fasting insulin. Now, if these are off, it's going to indicate that your liver is not working well to keep up with the blood sugar. It's not keeping the blood sugar in check. Then comes the ultrasound. This will tell you how much fat your liver has accumulated. Now, if you want to be healthy and you have a healthy liver, the fat will be less than 5%. But if you have 6 to 33%, then you're looking at grade 1 fatty liver. Grade 2 is when the amount on the scan is between 34 and 66%. And grade 3 is when the fat is more than 66%. Now, this is where irreversible damage happens because the liver will start to stiffen up, which can shrink your liver. And finally, there's a stage where you notice symptoms like pain, swelling in the legs, mouth, and even nosebleeds. Luckily, we've helped a lot of clients at the One program actually reverse fatty liver, even from grade 3 to completely normal. And we use some really simple strategies which I'll narrow down for you. Number one is balancing your blood sugar levels. No matter how many hacks, tonics, or concoctions of different drinks you have, if you're not balancing your blood sugars out, your liver is going to struggle. If you continue to have a big plate of fruit, poha, upma, dosa for breakfast without balancing your protein, and you're going to be relying a lot on smoothies because it's healthy, you're going to keep spiking your insulin. I don't care if you're counting calories. You cannot be having so much carbs at one point. This is going to signal your liver to store extra fat. We all know that Indian diets lack protein, right? They're very high in things like glucose and fructose, which overloads your liver. So be careful of that. Second thing is, please stop popping random medicines. Painkillers like paracetamol and aspirin, and even things like ibuprofen, right? At the slightest inconvenience, we want to feel better faster, and then we pop these pills. The problem is that these compounds can literally dissolve your liver tissue. Taking 1 paracetamol is equal to the damage done by drinking 6 pints of beer. Think about it. If your overall lifestyle is better than what it used to be, then over time you'll not keep needing so much medicine, right? And lastly, every time I talk about the liver, I have to speak about milk thistle. Milk thistle is a powerful herb and it contains a compound called silymarin. This is what helps to strengthen the liver cells and also helps generating new, healthier liver cells. But make sure that you're taking a supplement that has whole silymarin, a herb, instead of just the extract, which is what most of these supplements have, right? Because that's the thing that's actually beneficial, and that's what's going to help in reversing your fatty liver, along with, of course, the basics that I've spoken about.